There is one image that we hadn't talked about that I think was also at the one of the difficulties that I had, and that was starting with the cargo, or the loading planning drawings and graphics that guided. Whoa, that's a hard one. Slave ships, how they were going to place these humans into an inhuman situation.
Yes.
And these were plans. And I don't know if you remember when you first saw one of those. I don't know, but I know it's always been there in a sense. And whether I was introduced to it in terms of talking about slavery, I don't know. I don't
For me,
remember.
it was undergrad. I do remember.
Oh,
I do remember those very nicely planned out,
Yes.
Diagrams
Right.
of those neatly laid bodies.
Yes.
That gave you some sort of false impression
Exactly.
that there was some kind of neat structure
Right.
for putting human beings, or I should say, sort of making human beings into human cargo.
Right.
And I
Establishing
remember
a
it was
way to maximize space.
Absolutely. It was as an undergraduate, and I remember it was very moving for me.
But I had that image implanted on my brain. And I knew then, in a sense, that what was going to be important, that to replace that image. To replace that image. And
Because that image gave us no emotion.
exactly.
It gave us no physical bodies.
Right.
Right? It gave us no pain.
No.
Right?
Exactly.
It was efficiency.
Yeah, and it probably for the slave ship, that whole sense of slavery gave the slavers a sense of distancing themselves from humanity.
That's right.
They were cargo.
That's right.
They were simply cargo.
And if you can make these people into cargo, then you can separate yourself from the atrocities that you are committing.
Exactly. So what my attempt here was to think about it in terms of always starting, in a sense, with self.
Yes.
How would I respond?
That's right.
And what way would I like to respond? And then I wanted the full range of emotions, like we go about our day-to-day lives with a full range of emotions, and how we face, adversity and something that is hard to deal with.
Yeah.
And so we know friends and we know people respond to those things differently. So in the whole of a ship, would you be the courageous one who's striking out?
That's right.
Would you be the frozen one, so fearful of, or would you be praying?
Or singing.
Or singing. And
Or
so,
crying.
Yeah, and crying. So what I've often, and I looked at this image just the other night because I wanted to try to figure out, in a sense, now that I'm some distance from this image, did I achieve what I wanted to? And I began to section off different parts of this drawing
and identify
and
people.
looking at the individuals. And now, by the way, the way this work was created, the process was to see and draw each individual captive. I had to do them individually in a way to try to get that full range of emotion.
And you can see that when you look here, these are individual people
Exactly.
with faces.
Yes.
And their faces express emotion. Their body language exudes emotion, right? Some are sitting open, some are sort of clenching fists or wrapping themselves up in their arms. Some are almost turning away like they can't stand to look at it. Some look very angry.
Yes.
I like this guy. I wonder, is he talking? Is he yelling? Is he singing?
I think what he's doing is he's asking you to have that conversation. And if, in fact, viewers have that conversation with themselves or with others, then this piece is successful. Because what you've done, you've just entered into this picture. You've put yourself into the hull of the ship.
Yeah.